Hello YouTube, General here, and we're here to talk about some controversy regarding Street Fighter 6. It's mostly around this tweet. Basically, Mana RD is angry about this wording on this title by Diaphone, how the first Street Fighter 6 major was won without blocking. As you probably know, CEO just happened, and Mana RD actually won, and he won with Blanka. Blanka's a pretty controversial character in Street Fighter. He's very unorthodox, he plays it a little differently, and also the game's new, so people don't know how to play against these characters. But yeah, he did win, and a lot of people are kind of like saying like, Blanka's a gimmick character, and then this title is a little toxic for many reasons. Which I don't blame iPhone because you want to put a title where people would click on it. So like this is a very like, oh yeah, I agree with this. Blanka doesn't need a block. I'm also angry that I have to play against Blanka and he doesn't block. So I'm gonna put this title where people are gonna click on it. The problem I have with this title is it kind of leads discussion away from healthy topics in competitive games. For example, let's say Menardi keeps winning with Blanka. It starts not becoming, oh, is Menardi just a good player? And it starts becoming, oh, Blanka is just really good. He's really cheap. He's really broken. He needs nerfs. Rather than talking about, oh, what could change about what we're doing or to play against the character, and no really strategy gets built around it because people just call it OP. This has happened in many different esports, not including just Street Fighter. It happened in Guilty Gear. Ram and Soul are basically like the evil children of early Guilty Gear. If you played Ram or Soul, if you won, you were trash because you were playing Ram and Soul and the game was really easy and you were brain dead. If you lost playing Ram or Soul, how'd you lose playing Ram or Soul? They're brain dead. Instead of like building like, specific situations that you could counterplay all these characters to, people just ended up talking about how OP they were. If any top 8 had Ram or Soul in it, the chat was always just full of this character's garbage. I hate this. I don't want this to be in my Guilty Gear, blah blah. It also happens in other, esports. I mean, like you talk about League of Legends, 2016, 2017, Crown, which is a really good mid laner, beat Faker playing Malzahar, which is pretty also controversial champion. It's very easy to play, very cheap. And everyone, he basically got bullied out of pro play because everyone just called him a faker, like a fake player because he wouldn't play a real character versus Faker, which is regarded as the best mid laner, and ended up just playing Malzahar and winning the game off of it. So he ended up getting bullied off of it, and there's no healthy discussion built around, oh, how did he win against Faker playing Malzahar? And it was really just, oh, the only reason he won is because Malzahar is easy and it's cheap. There's also other games like Hungrybox, Hungrybox, like Puff. If you play Puff, you are immediately discredited as a player in Melee. So this is why I think like these titles and stuff do not drive good discussion ever, because instead of talking about what Menardi is doing well, or maybe people aren't going to click on the video because this is actually a pretty good video on why Blanka is really good and how Menardi actually used Blanka really well. This is actually a really good video, but this title is very toxic because most people won't even get past like 5 minutes of the video. So they kind of just see this and this is kind of their opinion. Even now, I'm streaming, I'm trying to teach the game to people, I'm trying to having discussions, and people have basically like day 1, day 2 takes on Guilty Gear still, where like I'm just like, hey, we gotta move past this. This is, we're past the point of, oh, this character is stupid. Oh, this character just sucks. You kind of have to think outside the box more. Like you have to wanna build healthy discussions around these games. Again, I don't fault Diaphone for making this title because it's obviously going to get more clicks, and he obviously changed it because I'm assuming he felt bad about Menardi, like complaining about like how no one is kind of giving him credit for winning, and they're kind of just pointing out Blanka. But he did change it, but it's kind of an unhealthy discussion, I think, with pro players. And it's kind of like, oh, they want to make videos to get clicks, but also if they make these like really rash statements, the community kind of takes it and runs with it and like never lets go. I mean, there's still people in my chat coming and saying the only way you could just smash delay P against Anji and it beats everything. And I'm just like, you could try that, but you play against some decent Anji and you're gonna get blown up real quick. So yeah, that's kind of just what I want to talk about. I just want to talk about how kind of early statements like this and Soul's broken, Ram's broken, Puff is cheap, Malzahar is stupid, and you know if you play these characters and you win, you're not actually good, are pretty toxic to the game because they don't lead to healthy discussion at all. It kind of just leads to toxicity, and then these narratives never leave. I mean, like Ram is like half the character she used to be in Guilty Gear still, and I'm at majors and I pick Ram, and people still sigh, telling me that Ram is broken. So overall, I just think people should have more positive discussion about the game. Again, this is not discrediting Diaphone's video or title, because again, you just want more clicks on your video. Like, I understand that. I'm gonna have probably a clickbait title for this video also, but just in general, you kind of want more positive discussion. This is probably just more of just like the competitive community. They kind of just take an opinion and run with it, right? Because it's kind of hard to blame yourself in a lot of losses. So if you lose to Blanka, you just say, oh, this character doesn't need a block. But overall, I just think the community needs to have more positive discussion. Maybe more influential characters need to kind of be more positive discussing of talking about what you could do against the character, how MenRD actually won the game, how he used these strategies to beat everyone in the tournament. Again, this video does do that, so the video is a great video. But just in general, these type of phrases kind of stick with the game for a long time, and that's where I think the toxicity comes in with it. I mean, I even succumb to this on my stream. I mean, I'm always bashing Chip and other characters, so I probably should do that less. But it just happens. You're in a competitive game. Sometimes you're mad. You kind of say something. So yeah, this is not bash Diaphone. It's not bash MenRD. I just want to talk about how kind of these statements affect people, and not only in fighting games but in every other esport, because we've seen it in every esport. And I just think people could have a lot better discussions if these just brash statements didn't exist, like, oh, this character's broken and people are trash to use this character. That's all I got for today. If you want to have a discussion about it, leave in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you like the video. Thank you. Bye.